What's up, guide hunters? Have you ever used a move with lower power and somehow dealt more damage than your strongest attack? It sounds strange at first, but once you understand how Evomon calculates damage, everything starts to make sense. Today I will explain the current damage formula, what actually affects your damage, and how you can use this knowledge to win more battles. One of the biggest mistakes new players make is looking only at a move's listed power. It feels natural to think that a 50 power move should always be stronger than a 45 power move. But that is simply not how Evomon works. Move power is only one part of the calculation, and sometimes it is not even the most important one. Let's start with the two attack categories. Every offensive move in Evomon is either a physical attack or a special attack. Physical moves use your attack stat and are reduced by your opponent's defense. Special moves use your special attack stat and are reduced by the opponent's special defense. This single difference completely changes which move deals the most damage. Imagine your Evomon has a very high attack stat, but only average special attack. Even if your strongest special move has more listed power, your weaker physical move may still hit much harder because it scales with your better offensive stat. The opposite is also true. If your special attack is much higher than your attack, special moves usually become your best option. A great example is comparing Ice Spike and Glacial Spike. Ice Spike has 50 power and is a physical attack, while Glacial Spike has only 45 power and is a special attack. At first glance, Ice Spike looks stronger, but depending on your offensive stats and your opponent's defenses, Glacial Spike can actually deal nearly twice as much damage. Sounds simple, right? The number next to the move tells only part of the story. Your opponent is just as important as your own Evomon. Every enemy has separate defense and special defense values, and these are rarely identical. Some Evomon specialize in physical defense, making physical attacks much less effective. Others have weaker special defense, allowing special attacks to hit much harder. You should always think about both your own strengths and your opponent's weaknesses before choosing a move. One thing that helps a lot is paying attention to how much damage your attacks deal during longer fights. If one category consistently performs better against a certain boss or wild Evomon, there is usually a reason for it. You can use that information in future battles instead of relying on trial and error every time. Your displayed stats also include bonuses from several different systems. Talents, nature, equipment, and other stat increases all affect your final attack and special attack values. This means two players using the exact same Evomon may still deal very different amounts of damage, because their builds are completely different. Passive abilities can increase your damage even further. Some passives boost the power of certain elements or activate under specific conditions. These bonuses are applied on top of your normal damage calculation, making the right passive almost as valuable as having stronger equipment. Current player testing suggests that Evomon uses a relatively straightforward damage formula. The move's power is multiplied by either your attack or special attack depending on the move category. That value is then divided by your opponent's matching defensive stat. Finally, type effectiveness and any additional bonuses from talents, passives, or equipment are applied to produce the final damage number. Although the developers have not officially confirmed the exact formula, repeated testing shows that these calculations closely match the numbers seen during actual battles. In one example, Glacial Spike with 45 power and 273 special attack was used against an opponent with 55 special defense. After applying the calculation and an ice resistance multiplier, the estimated damage was around 112, while the actual in-game result was approximately 113. That tiny difference shows the formula is extremely close to what the game is using. Type effectiveness remains one of the biggest damage multipliers in Evomon. Depending on the matchup, your attacks may deal 2 times damage, per times damage, half damage, or even 1/4 of their normal value. Even the strongest move becomes disappointing if your target resists its element. On the other hand, a weaker move with the correct elemental advantage can easily outperform your highest power attack. If you are building a stronger team for bosses, tower, raids, or future PvP content, you should stop comparing move power by itself. Instead, compare your attack and special attack. Look at your opponent's defensive stats. Consider the elemental matchup, and remember any bonuses coming from talents, equipment, or passive abilities. Trust me, making the right decision here can increase your damage far more than simply leveling up another few times. Understanding the damage formula also helps when choosing which Evomons deserve your best equipment. Instead of giving every upgrade to the creature with the highest level, you can build around the stats that actually improve its strongest attacks. This makes your entire team more efficient without changing your strategy. Evomon's battle system has much more depth than it first appears. Once you understand how power, offensive stats, defensive stats, elemental advantages, and passive bonuses all work together, you will start making much smarter decisions in every battle. If this guide helped you understand the damage formula, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more Evomon Roblox guides, and I'll see you in the next one.